Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Railroads Online. Mr. Micah and Javious are joining me. And you guys can use the teleport system now. I've put in, since last time we played, they have a teleporter system in the game. You can basically ride the telegraph lines to different locations around the map. Wherever you put a telegraph station, you can go to quick travel. So while you guys were gone, while you were sleeping, whatever, we installed a new branch line here to the smelter. It's different than the way that we did it before, and I'm happy with it, but I'm not super happy with it. Because there's two places where I've had to put in some pretty steep, like 30-degree turns. And we try to avoid that if possible. But anyway, if you guys come on down here, we can unload this train. And then, Micah, you can take the train out of here. Javious and I will ride, and Javious can give us our opinions. Who am I looking at here? There's Micah. All right.
Me.
I've set it to go into the stub if you want to back up. And we do have a bumper at the end, so you can slowly bring it there. Oh, and Javious has arrived. Gotta love that. I love those new... I'm so glad they did that. We had talked about making it an outhouse, but they one-upped us and they actually made it something useful. Now, Javious, how do you put the ground down underneath these stoppers? Because they're just floating.
There's various ways, but
Do you have to delete them and then put it back under, or can you just slide it under?
No. I will go to the end here
Okay.
and just hope to get it lined up halfway decent. I usually will give it a little downgrade so it blends down in, something like that.
Much better. Thank you, sir. Mm-hmm. Can you do the same thing at the other end? Because where Micah's train is, it's doing the same thing. What, John? John.
I didn't mean to.
Okay, just put it with the cable in my box. I'm not going to do it right now. I mean, I have to set up my solder station and stuff. We have to set it there. It'll be like tomorrow morning or something. We'll do it. I'll get because I got to solder my truck too, so we'll do it all at once. All right. I remember one time for Christmas, my grandpa got me these stompers. Do you guys remember stompers? Keep coming back, Micah.
I do not.
Come on back. They were little 4x4 trucks. They were battery powered. They didn't steer or anything. They weren't remote control. But they were maybe like double the size of a Hot Wheels or a little bit larger.
Okay.
And you would put the battery in them, and they were pretty good at climbing over stuff. And you could buy these little stomper courses and stuff like that. Like you could, they made like courses for them, and it was a neat thing. But my grandpa had bought me some for Christmas that I could build myself. They were like kits. You could build them instead of like just buying it already built. And I didn't want to wait till he got home from work. I put it together myself, and there was some stuff you had to do with a battery and like solder. You bring back maybe half a car length, Micah. Come on back. You're fine. You got plenty of room. And I ended up ruining them so that you could never use them. All right, right there. Stop. Yeah, no, that's fixable, John. Totally. Yeah, you should still have the whole thing, though, the longer. All right, go ahead forward, Micah.
Cut it, and then you have to put the little cap.
Sure.
Yep.
Okay.
Not that I'm unloading, but I did join your company.
Okay.
Oh wait, don't we have to hit the Oh, that's right. I have to pull forward then.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, just pull forward all the way, and then I'll have you disconnect it. I'll have you start backing up once we get there, and then I'll cut the train, and then.
Where's my mouse? Okay, there it is.
Where's Javious? Where are you at?
Almost set that.
Headed towards the train. Head
Okay.
end.
All right, you can start stopping, Micah.
Those are all the cars.
All right.
All right, start. Yeah, go ahead and start backing,
got-
Micah. Are you going to
I've
stop
got
the train?
empty.
Okay, yeah.
You
So
can,
I'll hit
do
the switch.
starter.
Yep. It's a
Good
stain.
knee, Micah.
What?
Ramming speed.
All right, brakes
Oh, yeah.
on, Micah.
Okay, now brakes. Hard brakes, Micah. Oh, sorry.
Did it work? No. Oh. Sorry, it almost worked. You can keep coming back, Micah. Oh wait, there's a car on the track.
You
Never
gotta
mind.
throw the switch.
I did. That was the idea. Was that you were? We wanted you to brake earlier so that the cars would roll back, but then I could switch it for you. But there's not
Oh.
enough room. It didn't. It may work, but it was.
This train doesn't have good enough brakes for that.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem like it can stop fast enough.
It doesn't. You just slide, basically. I feel like you're sliding.
Hang on, I can't. For some reason, my menu, I can't get the mouse on my menu. Okay, there it is. All right, there you go. Come on back, Micah. And this shows that really, train crews really should be 3 people. And that's why you need a caboose or a way car. But this just goes to show that for easy operation, you really should have 3 people running the train, because you got one person to run the cars, one person to run the switches, one person to run the engine. All right, Micah, you're clear. Pull on forward. And we're about halfway full. A little bit over halfway full. One more train should do it. All right, so let's reassemble her, and
All right.
and then we'll pull on out. And if you wouldn't mind riding with us, Javious, so you can see the route.
Yep, I've got links all set up, so just shove
All right.
back.
Come on back, Micah. You are clear. Good. Hello, JV. Oh, I guess I can walk through wood.
You gonna pin these?
I can, yeah.
There's no brakes on this car, so
Keep on going back, Mike. And all right, we're pinned on this one. I'm gonna turn the
All
volume
right.
up a little bit. It's super low. There we go.
I'll pin the next one, take the brakes off, and you guys will have to tell me where we're going next.
All right. Come on back past the switch, Micah.
All right.
That's
We're all
good.
linked and no brakes.
All right, come on forward. And we are leaving the station. Micah, won't you blow? Micah, won't you blow?
Do you want me to not say anything about that track over there?
What track over where?
Coming out of this curve and into that platform.
To the right?
It's like a tilde.
Yeah. A parenthesis. Does this feel okay here?
It's tight, but it has to be tight. This part of the valley is too tight for anything decent.
Okay.
No, it's here, like from here to the platform.
Yeah,
It's-
that's because I had a second line running out, but then we deleted it. There was a line to the right of this that was going to go up out of the valley, but I'm not going to do that anymore. But that's why it's weird like that. We can fix
Wow.
it later if you want.
What a cool idea, putting these bridge pieces in.
Yeah, I don't know where we got that from. Somebody had a great idea to do that. And
I just wish we had that guy on our videos permanently.
I know, right? So one track's going to go to the right. We haven't built that yet. That's going to go up to the falls. See the track going to the right up ahead. And then this is our track back to the sawmill. And I've only been running this train, so... Oh, by the way, this is our new engine, folks, if you hadn't gotten a chance to meet her yet. This is the number 73. The Waltzing Matilda.
Is this client or are these? If you look back at the train, Arthur, is it bouncing all over the place or is it just me?
Just a little bit.
No, it's bouncing for me too.
We're both clients, so it's,
And so this is our amazing track. Now that's going to be another line up above us where the bridge is. That's not this line. This line connects with that, but it's not. They are not interconnected. So my one problem is up ahead, and this is where we reverse the track coming back the other way. And you'll see it. It's a pretty tight turn. Okay, there we go. Have you noticed that the lights on this engine are missing?
Yeah.
I don't know what happened, but they just disappeared.
because we can't get an update that doesn't break other things.
Oh, okay. So this curve here, especially when you're coming down, is dangerous.
Yeah, well, what I see, what I'm worried about is when we start pulling train loads of the raw iron out of here to go to the industry area.
Right.
You might have to limit your train length to keep from stringlining through there.
So that's, yeah, that was my concern too, is that the train would break up because it would like get strung up.
The 30 radius.
Yeah. What do you think? Where did you go?
I'm up here on the running board of the engine so I can see the track ahead of us.
So the rest of the track is fine. That one place is that's the big concern. That's weird. I can't see you when I'm up on the engine. Oh, there you are. Okay.
I actually did create a little test world.
Okay.
And I just like went straight out of the buy yard and just started laying in switches. And then I did a full 180 degree corner of 30 degree radius.
Right.
And then 40 and 50 and 60 and 70 with some run out track on the end to see how fast I could run just the engines through it.
Okay.
And all the way up to the Mosca, and the Class 70 would run through a 30 at full speed.
Oh,
Just
wow.
the
Okay.
engine.
So that's not a problem then.
Just the engine. I did throw 6 or 8 tank cars, empty ones, 'cause they're pretty heavy,
Okay.
and it did that too, but
You just got to watch because, yeah, speed, and you want to make sure you go, like, especially coming down the hill with these cars, you want to go slow.
so here's the thing though. In this latest update, the speed limits have been increased for some of the locomotives.
Oh, cool. Okay.
some of the locomotives can now go faster than what the cars can go without derailing. So if the cars can go 20, there's locomotives that can go 22 and some even higher.
And they will
So
end
now
up
4
derailing.
feet on the locomotive down a straight track can actually derail cars.
Oh, no. Okay. That's not great.
Have to kind of be a little careful about driving.
I have to go to Walmart after this. Get food and stuff. I'm going to. I don't know if they have corn dogs. They never do. They never seem to have corn dogs anymore. And so this is going to go straight on back then. And so you should see now we're going through the area that we cleaned up in the last episode. For those of you that have been following along, we took that bridge and made it up and over. That's going to go back into the industry area. This is going over to the logging camp. But it definitely cleans up our track a bit. There's still some spaghetti coming into this area. But we
It's
can...
a lot cleaner than it was.
Yeah, this is better here. And we don't have those crazy curves either. So if you go to the right, you'll end up going through the sawmill the back way and looping back down into the valley. Or we can go this way, and this takes us up to the lumber camp. This is the only steep curve we have right here. Nice job slowing, Micah. Look at that. Talk about professional engineering. And so there we go. So what do you think? Should I leave it like that? Or is it something that's too dangerous?
I'd leave it like that until you start derailing stuff.
Okay. I'm going to follow up with Betsy.
Because, I mean, that's a lot of work.
Yeah, and that literally took me like, I mean, it took a long time. I spent a long time building. I want to say probably like 7 hours building that. Maybe less, but it was one of those nights where I was like, it was like 5 o'clock in the morning and I'm like, why did I just do that to myself? Like, what was I thinking? Does this break off? Now be careful coming down with the cordwood train. The switch won't be set right.
You could have switched it for us.
I can. Hold on. Let me shut the regulator off on Betsy and see if hopefully I'll be able to catch her.
The worst thing that'll happen, she'll catch up to us.
No, Betsy probably will never catch you. Oh, no. No. Okay, there we go. Get on to the Betsy train. There we go.
Holy crap.
What's the matter?
Stop, Micah.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. Never mind. I forgot. I built this. How it works.
You can leave it set like that for Arthur.
Yep, I
That'll
did.
take it right in.
On the train again. You know I'm riding on the train again.
I really like this setup, Javious. For this section.
Like you like this cordwood run or the logging setup?
I like the way he's made the logging setup. It's like you come in, you fill up, you just go right back out. You come back, you go in one way, and there's a nice area over here where you can park the cordwood train when you don't need it. But you can still run your little train without having to mess with anything.
I'm running out of steam. My boiler had gotten cold. Oh, Lordy. Come on, little one. You can do this. Okay, she's building pressure back up. My next goal is to retire Betsy. I'll probably replace her with something like a Montezuma class.
What about the Shay?
The Shay would work. The Shay seems like overkill, though, don't you think?
It doesn't have that much traffic effort.
I think the Shay is perfect for log runs. Taking logs, you don't need to power down the hill, and it's actually got decent brakes. So you take loads down to the sawmill and empties back up. You don't have speed, but you've got enough power to accomplish that job.
I mean, heck, Betsy has enough power. The Shay is simple, though, which that is a good thing for what we're doing here. Because, if you get some of these engines with the tenders, they require more running, I guess. I don't know.
You're gonna...
I parked it where it needs to be. I just stopped too soon.
You're about to pull out of the loading zone.
No, I stopped it just perfect.
I think I'm disappointed in the Shay that we have in the game right now, just because it's so. I get they're slow. They're always slow. That's the way they're supposed to be. But it's also got no power.
Right, and at least the bit, I guess maybe Shay made more than one locomotive, but the Shays that I have seen were huge, and they had a ton of power.
Right, those were later. Stuff like cast lumber
Yeah, those are big engines.
Right. The one in the game is an early model.
Right.
I mean, that's still a vertical boiler. The more powerful Shays are horizontal boiler, like
right,
regular steam engines. So, but for the short, because the log run is short, your slower speed doesn't feel as much of a penalty, in my opinion.
I see.
And then it's also doing a job that it would have done historically as far as working lumber.
Oh, wait, stop.
One car, Micah.
I can't see. I'm in the trees.
Half a car. That'll do.
I think I lined up. Pardon me.
Called you a little late on that one.
You what?
Said I called you a little late on that one. We're in, but barely.
Are you sure? Looks like I can actually pull forward just a little bit more.
Nope.
Watch this clunk on the deck. No, we got it.
The front car won't load if you pull up more.
How many cars you guys got left to do?
One.
We are 3 cars still.
I'd like to get one more car for that train, so it's got an even number. And if we get a Shay, I'd like to get 2 more cars for this.
And you can unload. You should be able to unload 3 at a time at the cordwood unload at the smelter.
Yes. That's the idea.
The platform is long enough that you can have 3 lined up and unload.
I love this game. It's so relaxing, and I love the winter. I'm so glad that they put the snow back. I hope they do that every year. Though I wish they'd stick with the same kind of trees. I'm sure they will at some point. You'll have like both types and they'll be intermixed. Because like even these trees, they have different dimensions. So like I had set, cut the tracks for the spruce trees or whatever. or the aspens. And then now that these spruce trees are here, they're bigger, and so I'm having to recut some of the trees because they're taking up too much room.
Okay, Micah.
Let me know when you
Okay.
guys are leaving the station. Or starting your last car anyway. I'm refilling up my
that'll
wood.
do. Stop, Micah.
This thing does not like to stop.
You're gonna have to. Oh no, it barely is making it. I'm loading the last car, Arthur.
Okay.
You done loading already?
Yep. But don't forget, I have only 4 cars, and I only have to load 6 on those cars. You guys have 5 cars, and you have to load 8.
Yep.
Who am I on the phone with? That's weird. Oh. Look at my whittle engine.
I do like the new Cook 280.
What's that? Oh,
The
the
new
the big cook mogul.
No, the Cook 280, the new one.
Oh, not the mogul. Yeah, the big one.
No, the original Cook was the Mogul, the 260.
Yeah, I love the original one. The new one looks nice though too. So you've used it and it's nice.
Yep. I just don't understand why we need 3 280s and 2 260s.
Yeah, we need more shade style engines.
Why can't we get? Okay, Arthur, we are departing.
Oh, perfect. I was just getting ready to check for you guys.
You know, to me, you talk 3-foot narrow gauge at Denver, Rio Grande, Western.
Yep.
You, it's an outside frame Mikado. That's, to me, that's the look of the Denver, Rio Grande Western.
More of the the Mikados and stuff like that.
Specifically, these engines are inside frames. The wheels and the counterweights and the all the rods and linkage are on the outside of the frames. So
Okay.
the frames are inside of all that. The Mikados on the Denver Rio Grande Western are outside frames. The drive wheels are actually inside of the frame. The counterweights are on the outside of the frame.
Okay.
They were standard gauge engines that were rebuilt to run in the narrow gauge. So
Right.
they're just big, hulking,
They
it's
hang
like
over. They hang over a bit.
it's like a pig on a 2x4. Just all this mass.
I know exactly what you mean.
Rail.
Yeah, they're different.
And I'd like to have those in the game, at least one. I'm pretty sure remember seeing them in the modeler showcase way back when we had an official community.
Yeah, what we think of as narrow gauge operation.
Look at that. Mike is even prepared for the nasty sharp curve.
Yep, he is a good operator. Micah, you are a good operator.
All right.
I don't want to pick this thing up off the ground.
I'm standing by to throw the switch.
Oh, thank you, sir. I was thinking I was gonna have to jump out. That's perfect. I've gapped it a little bit so that we're not so close together. So you got time.
Clear that it's all the way before I can throw it.
You got all the time in the world. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have this corner of the operation running, and over the next couple days, probably off camera, I'm gonna start figuring out how I'm gonna get us up to the iron ore mine. In the meantime, we need to start saving for some hopper cars, and eventually, I'd like to replace. Well, I think we're okay on our look as long as we keep the trains to like 3 or 4 cars. For now, we should be okay with the local power that we have. We are going to need to buy some cars to move the lumber up to the mill and stuff like that, but I'm going to try to keep everything 2% or less grade. So I want to make sure that we're able to get these cars up the track. I really do wish they would have come out with the smaller cars for these small engines, because that would have been nice to have, like, even though they carry less weight, to have like a 7 or 8 car train that carries, like, 3 logs per car or whatever. Be kind of cool. Instead of poor Betsy hauling these giant cars. Ta-da! So, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. Definitely a shorter episode tonight, but we'll make some more longer ones. But I just wanted to get you guys updated to where we are. Take you down the new line into the valley, which is, I think, really cool. So we will see you next time on Railroads Online. Have a great night. Be sure to subscribe. Thanks for being here as always. And you guys want to say goodnight?
Night.
Good night.
See you next time, folks. Bye.